Привет, это Ushanka Show. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ushanka Show, stories about life in the Soviet Union. My name is Sergey, and back in 1971 I was born in the USSR. Меня зовут Сергей, и я родился в Советском Союзе. If you want to learn more about Soviet Union from a person who actually lived there, you found the right place, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I also invite you to follow Ushanka Show Instagram account. And today we are returning to the topic of hygiene in the Soviet Union. Гигиена в Советском Союзе. I already made a couple of videos on this topic. One of them is Inconvenient Truth about Hygiene in the Soviet Union, where I describe how often did Soviet people shower. Then I made a storytime style video called My Scrubba-Dubba-Dub in a Soviet dormitory about conditions in which my mother was giving me a bath when we shared a single room with another family for over 5 years. And in this video I talked about the most popular soap in the Soviet Union, хозяйственное мыло, laundry soap, which was used pretty much for everything, including showering. A lot of people ask me questions about the Soviet deodorants, so today we're going to talk about Soviet armpits and how did we fight the BO. Personally, I discovered deodorants only when I came to America back in 1995. I described it in my book American Diaries. And to be fair, I never had need for deodorant while I lived in the Soviet Union because, like for example, Kiev, it's quite north comparing to the most of the United States, so it wasn't that really hot in the summer. So even if I showered only once a week, I never had that issue with a strong BO or anything like that. But when I came to Michigan to work in a summer camp, and I work as a photography specialist, so I was trapped inside of the dark room for days on, no air conditioning, no windows, dark room, so you got doors closed, lights out, and I was developing film and pictures. And in the summer of 1995, I don't know how many of you remember that summer, it was called Chicago heat wave here in Illinois and Michigan. It was extremely hot, extremely humid summer. A lot of people died in Chicago from heat stroke. So I was suffering greatly in Michigan. I was going nuts because I never experienced such a hot, humid weather. And I was literally dripping from my armpits. And of course, I began smelling myself. So I used the utility sink that I had in my dark room. So every time, there's a break between classes, I'll just run to that sink and I just wash my armpits, swearing because it was pretty bad. Fortunately, there was a guy from Russia. His name was Andrei, and it was his second or third time that he came to Michigan to work at the same camp. So next time we went to the supermarket, he took me to that health department and he showed me what to buy. I think there was like a gel style speed stick, if I remember correctly, and that was a real blessing. I was so happy when I discovered that stuff. So until 1995, until I was 24-year-old, I had no idea about deodorants. And just to reiterate, I think I said that word correctly, how clueless I was about deodorants, I was actually quite suspicious about a lot of our co-workers. So we had camp counselors, and most of them came from Chicago, so they were black, African American counselors, girls and boys, ladies and guys. And when I saw their white armpits, back in the day, a lot of deodorants were just that white stick kind of stuff. So you could see on the black skin, you could see that white smudges quite well. And I thought that they had some kind of disease that had to apply this medical paste on their armpits. So that's just how clueless I was about the whole deodorant existence. And that's maybe one of the reasons I never went black. So, go black and never come back. Because I was just like, man, these girls, they probably got something going on because they had all this medicine white stuff on their armpits. So that was my summer work and experience in America that taught me to shower daily and to use deodorant. And I actually brought some of those deodorants back to Ukraine to give to my mom because I knew that every summer she struggled. I don't remember when, sometimes in the early 80s, she had a really weird virus in the winter, so some kind of early form of COVID or whatever. So she was sick for quite a while. And then she told me that one of her armpits, so left armpit, the smell changed drastically. Like, I don't know what kind of virus she had, but something changed in her body. And in the summer, it just was every time she would sweat, this smell would be so strong that she had to run off into the bathroom to wash her armpit. I mean, I know it sounds gross, but just tells you that we had no clue about any deodorants back in the Soviet Union. So when I brought that stuff from Michigan, that was like the best present she could imagine of coming from America is a deodorant, because it made her life so much better in the summer. But once again, to be fair, I'm trying to say it with a British accent, but I don't think it works really well. When I was researching this topic, apparently we did have some deodorants available. They actually call them desodorant. Desodorant. So not deodorant, but desodorant. They were available, but I guess they were in short supply. Maybe we never saw them for sale in Kiev because I said I had no clue about it. My mother didn't know about it, but apparently there was some stuff available. Most of the Soviet deodorants came in tiny spray bottles, like this one, Elfin Terpkey, but it apparently didn't have really good smell. The packages were kind of, and it says освежитель тела, so there's like a body refresher, so it doesn't tell you specifically what does it do. But in the advertising here, it's actually advertising, says it removes a smell of sweat and gives some fresh and nice smell to your skin. Price 90 kopecks. That's a lot of money. You could ride a bus pretty much almost 20 times for this tiny bottle of body deodorant. So if you say bus ride in America $1, it's close to $20 per bottle. Apparently some Soviet people, I guess the one that had an issue is a strong BO. They were using baby powder, or they call it аптечный talc, so like a medical talc powder, similar to what Johnson & Johnson got in trouble because it had some traces of asbestos. So that's what some people applied on their armpits. Some even applied shaving cream with mint. So it's a mint shaving cream. So they just applied that on their armpits. So that's pretty desperate attempts right there. They also had this interesting deodorant, liquid deodorant, desodorant, Viola. And that one, you take a cotton swab and you apply some of the deodorant, and then you apply that wet swab on your armpits, and it says first you need, of course, your skin should be washed, and then you apply that stuff. And that bottle looks pretty small. The price was 1 ruble 30 kopecks. That's a lot of money. I mean, you can buy, my goodness, 6 loaves of bread for this little bottle of body deodorant. So as you see, deodorants in the Soviet Union were quite expensive, and it's what I say, they periodically could be seen on the shelves of the stores. So it wasn't easy to find, and it was expensive. And once we're talking about armpits, Soviet armpits, I have to tell you this story. Already when I was here in the United States, I happened to meet a guy from Armenia. He worked with me in remodeling in Battle Creek here in Michigan, and he had a very strong BO, like so strong that actually my boss complained, and I complained to him like, dude, you need to shower. And he actually got very offended with our, complaints, and he told us, almost yelled, that a real man should smell like a real man. And he actually said that some of his friends, in order to protect their BO, their manly smell, they were like taping a little plastic bags over their armpits when they were showering. So they will wash their body, wash their hair, that they will protect their armpits hair to keep that sweat, to keep that manly BO on their armpits. And honestly, I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. So I neither can confirm nor deny those allegations, but to be fair, this is what the story I heard from Armenian guy. He said, my nose not that sensitive, but even me complain like, dude, you need to shower. So I actually asked my wife, who is an American, like, does she know anyone from her friends that actually enjoyed strong male BOs? And she was really disgusted, like, who in the world would ever like smelly man. I don't know if any of you remember a movie with Sharon Stone called Blood and Sand. I don't remember the movie much, but I remember there was the moment when she picked up his sweaty shirt and she sniffed it and it's like turned her on. And of course then she took the guy to Pound Town and all that. But that was the only time in the movies I remember that they showed that woman actually enjoyed smelling the dude's sweat. Okay, my friends, it's all I have for you today for the topic of the Soviet deodorants and Soviet armpits. If you have any interesting stories about meeting someone with strong BO or anything like that, please share in your comments section. I'll enjoy reading those. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Talk to you soon. До свидания. Goodbye. By the way, cool merch for cool comrades is available at the Ushanka store at teespring.com. Just a friendly reminder that my book American Diaries is available on amazon.com, or shoot me an email if you would like to have a signed copy. Thank you. And if you love my channel and would like to show your support, please click on the link below this video and become the patron of the Ushanka Show. For as little as $1, you can help us grow and create the new, interesting videos about the life in Soviet